previous video.
All right.
So I'm not wrong. You converted. Why did you convert? What happens if you leave Islam? Do you know?
What happens?
What happens?
What happens?
You
tell
die.
me.
You die.
Huh?
If
Okay.
you leave Islam under a Sharia law country, you die. Why would you
Alright.
join this religion if you die when you leave the religion? Even if you take the Shahada drunk, and you leave without you knowing that you said it.
So let me ask you a question. In the
You
Jewish
die.
religion, even Christian religion, when you commit blasphemy, it's not punishable by death in Judaism and Christianity.
Does it happen in theory? Because in Islam,
No, I'm saying, is it not written in the book?
if it's written in the book and it doesn't happen in theory,
But
I don't care what's written in the book. In Islam, they take
written.
everything literally.
written.
If you leave
Just because-
Islam after you take the Shahada, you die.
Listen, just because Muslims reinforce their religion, all that means is they're more serious about their religion than
Reinforce
others.
the religion.
They reinforce their religion.
So you agree with what's written in the Sharia law?
No, I agree. When people sit there and brainwash and commit what's propaganda? Excuse me, the word. I was a little bit stuck up because I'm driving. Well, they commit propaganda. That should be punishable. Propaganda, lying to the public. Look what propaganda is doing. It's giving Israel rights to do what the hell they're doing to that extent. I'm not. Let me finish. Right?
According to your logic, all Palestinians should be punishable by death.
That's how y'all feel, right?
No. That's how you just feel. You said propaganda should be punished by death. That's what they do in Gaza, no?
Propaganda, really?
Of course.
Let me ask you a question. What about the illegal settlements in the West Bank?
Whataboutism doesn't work with me.
No, I'm asking. What about the illegal settlements in the West Bank? All right, you want to talk about United Nations law? Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about United Nations law.
Well, can you tell me why Gaza now deleted all of the footage they took on October 7th by Hamas? Isn't that propaganda?
Can you show me
what they did on October 7th?
You want to know what propaganda is? Can you show me one dead Israeli baby that's beheaded?
Yes.
When you guys said it, I want to see one.
I can show you.
Beheaded?
Listen,
show me one.
Israel never made up with the claim that Israeli babies were beheaded. They said an Australian reporter said 40 children and babies died.
Yes,
some were even beheaded. It's a conversation I had with Hamza. So you're going to lose this one.
No. I'm asking you. Did it happen? Did Israeli babies get beheaded?
It's not a claim that Israel made. It's a news reporter from Australia.
So you admit, all right, but that false claim caused a lot of hate toward the Palestinians.
It's a claim that not Israel.
No, but let me finish.
It's a claim that not Israel released.
I got a point, right? To the point where a guy went and stabbed a 7-year-old Muslim kid in Chicago 27 times, saying all Muslims must die. To where a woman was sitting there with a hijab on with a picnic and got stabbed. To where not even 2 weeks ago, another girl had her throat lit up and he sliced her throat.
Okay.
That's what these accusations do.
And I condemn these acts. Do you condemn the acts the acts that happen against Jews? The protester in LA that was killed by
I condemn
Palestinian. Hold on.
Against innocent Jews.
Wait.
Innocent Jews.
The pro-Palestine protester in LA that killed that Jewish guy at a protest, a 56 or 60-year-old guy who came to protest peacefully for Israel, that was killed by a Muslim. What do you have to say about this? Do you condemn this?
If he went there peacefully and if his intentions were good, let me finish. Right? If he went there peacefully and he wasn't there with bad intentions to harm anybody, yes, that's completely wrong.
Perfect. So all of the terror attacks.
But if he didn't, I don't think nobody should die. But who's to say that protester didn't have hate in their heart toward us? I'm not saying. Look,
same applies to the people you brought up. How do I know? They weren't violent. By the way, I still condemn it. I don't think anybody should raise a hand. I don't think anybody should stab. I don't think anybody should be killed. If you think that I'm against your opinion, you're wrong, because I'm with your opinion. I am for peace. If you think I want war, you are wrong. I do not want war.
So let me ask you your personal opinion. Do you think they should at least have a two-state solution to where Palestinians have their own self-determination?
But how can you want a two-state solution if they refuse 6 times? They refused 6 times.
No. Because the agreements wasn't a fair agreement.
Why? How was the 2000 agreement wasn't a fair agreement?
They're not allowed to have control of their own borders.
Listen, how was the 2000 agreement was not a fair agreement? 96% of the land was going to be given to them. $30 billion in compensation was going to be given to them. They said, hey, we're not going to have a connected state. They said, we'll build a bridge for you. We'll find a way to connect the states. They still refused.
What happened with the 92 Oslo Accords?
What happened with the 2008? Another offer.
No, I'm asking you, what happened with the 92 Oslo Accords?
But the Oslo Accords was accepted.